Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of That Motor Show. Now, it's been a little while, but here we are, 2025. Now, to kick the year off in ramping up with some of these bigger, cooler cars, I thought what not a better way than to do another sit-down chat with Ben. So Ben's car sitting behind me, it's a build in the progress. So we're gonna sit down with him, we're gonna have a chat about it, see where it's going with the year, what the plans are, how he built it, and why he built it pretty much. So, before we kick off, just remember to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button for more content, because this year's going to be big with That Motor Show. So I'm going to take a seat and then we'll welcome him down.
Get the front flap's better. I love that flap. Look at that
flap. Alrighty.
Alright mate, how are we?
Good. Guys, this is Ben. Ben, welcome to an episode of That Motor Show, bro.
Thanks, man. Pleasure.
So we got this tyre hater.
Tyre hater.
Tyre hater, big girl sitting on behind us.
Yeah. The bane of my existence at the moment.
Right. you as soon as you look at this car,
yeah,
you cannot turn your eyes away from the blower.
No, that's right.
It's a perfect, it's a show car with the blower hanging out.
Yeah.
So more or less,
that's pretty much the vibe I was going for. Like, I can get pretty pedantic, especially if I'm doing something myself.
Yeah.
Like, when I get someone else to fab something up, I'm a little bit more lenient, but because I've done 95% of the work on this, it's been nuts. Like, it's taken a lot longer than it should have, but it is what it is, and this is where we're at.
This is where we're at. Where did it all begin? What's the plans? What is this car built for? And
So basically, it's built to be a power cruiser burnout car, mainly burnout car.
Yep.
Virtually started as a little bit of a gimmick.
Yeah.
Right, and
a gimmick.
So I was originally building a VL Calais.
Yeah.
And I kind of got over the idea of that. I lost my license for so long, and they'll throw me back onto provisionals, and I was like, if I get my license back and I drive that VL, I'm going to lose it within 2 months. So I'm like, let's just build a track car. And then it turned in from a track car into buying this thing. And it started off life as a non-roller. I'm sure you guys will see a photo of that up online.
I'll definitely, I'll make that into this video for sure.
Click that bad boy up there. And 2 years, 3 years later on, this is where it's at.
Wow. Yeah. So 2 years from a roller.
Non-roller,
just a shell.
Yeah.
Just a shell.
4 hours of trying to put it on the trailer, and this is where it's at.
You got to love those trips, hey?
Yeah.
Did you find it off Marketplace?
No. So I found it, one of my mates was selling it actually. And we have this little bit of a running deal. He'll get it if he watches it. So I picked it up for $50 and threw a lot of blood, not so much sweat and tears, mainly blood, into it, and yeah.
And this is where we're at?
This is where we're at.
Was it like, I know the vibes, you got to pick up a car.
Yeah.
4 hours on the trailer.
It was 4 hours putting it onto the trailer from where it was. And it was only about half an hour drive.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, so.
It was a previous local sort of car.
It like I said earlier, it came from a legit chicken coop. So the way we had to get it out, you wouldn't believe it.
A barn find type of car.
It was a legit chicken coop find.
Chicken coop find.
Yeah.
Not quite.
If we're gonna bring up new names, let's bring up a new name.
Chicken coop. All right. So we started bare shell.
Yep.
Talk us through the motor, because it looks pretty cranky.
Yeah.
I mean, if you put a big blower on anything, it looks
You
serious, right?
Yeah,
But
you put a little blower on anything, it's going to look cranky.
I suppose but for burnouts, it's got to be turned up, right?
No, that's right. You got to be hanging out the bonnet and fucking looking flashy.
So what are we running?
Just basic LS. Everything's forged. Everything's ARP'd. Billet crank. What do we got? 671 blower. Twin 750 methanol carbs.
Yeah, right. So that's just fire bringing.
She's what do we got? 2,000 horsepower power glide. 2-piece shaft, 9-inch diff.
2-piece shaft.
Yeah. I got advised not to go the single piece just because they like to hoop a little.
Yeah.
So I took that into account, and I'm like, well, if I'm spinning at 7,500 RPM, 7,000 RPM,
Yeah.
it's the last thing I want.
You don't want a tail shaft coming off?
Nah, even though, obviously you got to run a tail shaft loop these days.
Yeah.
So that's in. What else? 35 spline axles.
Strange axles?
Strange axles now. I did have a previous brand, we won't name that one, and they failed before I even got on dyno.
Oh, no.
What else we got? Strange 3.0 diff gears.
So it's got a bunch of goodies on it.
Yeah, sheet metal diff. So I've pretty much done all the fab in the rear end,
Okay.
Viking coilovers. And then I broke my wrist, so I had to outsource the welding on that. So hence the 95%. Yeah, fairly basic-ish. MSD, nothing fancy. No,
Just
some gauges. Yeah, trying to keep it simple.
like an old school in the new school sort of
Yeah,
realm.
old school, new school.
Mix combined.
Ish.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So it's got a good heart under it, and it's got all the gear behind it to continue moving forward.
Yeah.
Because burnouts, sure, you can just go buy an AU Falcon and send it, but it's just not the same.
No, that's right.
Like if you want to be doing it repetitively, you need something that's just going to hold together for not just 2 events or a few laps around a roundabout. You need it to hold together.
Exactly right. Yeah. No, you need it to hold together. Like we got a few things planned with this year.
Yep.
So we got Octane that's coming up on the 15th. That's going to be my test.
And that's at Queensland Raceway?
That's at Queensland Raceway, yep.
Mate, that burnout pad they got there.
Yeah.
It's actually coming along to be a pretty cool pad.
Yeah. No. A little part of me wishes that I had got some testing on the bigger pad before they turn that into a go-kart truck. But, you can only do so much with so much time and
There's
money.
rumours it might come back.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about this. But we got, like I said, we got Octane as my test for this. See how she goes.
That'll be cool. That'll be cool.
Then on the 1st of March, we got Well Camp in Toowoomba.
Well Camp.
Yeah.
We're going to Toowoomba.
That's an up and coming event.
I think I did see something about that. It's going to be pretty wild.
Yeah, well, I don't know how true it is, but I've heard there's 2 Americans, but I've only been told heard of one so far. So it's going to be wild. For a first event that they're putting off, good on them.
Yeah. That's always good to support new events coming
Exactly
along.
right,
Especially like Toowoomba. There is some.
You gotta support the Queensland events. You know what I mean? Like we haven't
100%.
got, besides for Octane, what have we got? We got Tropical Meltdown, we got Rocky Nuts, that's all we got.
Yeah, true.
So, whatever event comes up, you got to support it, you got to back it.
Definitely. Well, not better way than back it with a burnout, right?
Exactly right. Speaking of Rocky Nuts, we're doing Rocky Nuts as well.
Yeah.
So that's virtually 2 burnout events back to back, within 3 weeks of each other.
Wow.
What else we got? We haven't got too much in between.
Power cruisers?
So we got Power Cruise. Well, yeah, we'll see what happens. I would have loved to have gone to Sydney Power Cruise, but obviously she is sitting where she's sitting.
Oh, yeah.
Red Center Nuts, we're entered into that. So that's September-ish.
That's Alice Springs?
Alice Springs. So we were entered into that. And then the weekend after that, I wish they wouldn't plan it like it, but they do, is Power Cruise in September. So we'll be at that. Hopefully nothing goes wrong.
So you'll be pretty much load it on the trailer, drive to Queensland Raceway.
Yep.
And then away you go for Power Cruise.
It'll be pretty much seeing how we're going for time.
Yeah.
If I have to, I'll stop at a mate's at Mount Isa, service the car, and just go straight to Power Cruise if I need to. So I got a hoist there I can use.
Sounds very dedicated.
Yeah.
But every man's got to have his toy and he's got to have his fun, right?
No, exactly right. You gotta take some pleasure in this thing that you call a car.
If you're going to build it and you're going to put time and effort, blood into it,
Yep.
you need to enjoy it.
No, that's exactly right. Yeah.
Sometimes enjoying things comes at a cost of a bit of time and a bit of lack of sleep, I guess, sometimes. And
Oh, don't get me started on the lack of sleep. The lack of sleep has been the nightmare behind my head.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what else?
I'm
What else
feeling
is
it. So, we got a few events coming up this year.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big one. So, it hasn't run just yet. In a sense, it hasn't done a...
It's run. We had a little bit of a failure on the dyno, but there's what it is.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
for-
Shit happens.
Yeah. So 6 weeks later, this is where we're at. Oh, sorry, 8 weeks, I think it is now.
So sort of a rebuild type.
Yeah. Had to rebuild the motor. Shit happens.
You win some, you lose some.
No, that's right. You can't expect shit to go smoothly first run. So
Fair enough.
we'll leave it where it is.
So when it hits the dyno next, what sort of power do you think?
Oh, everyone dreams of that 1,000, but
Yeah.
little LS1, little 671. I don't think I'll get it. Like, honestly, I'd be happy with 800.
800 horse? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A bit of cranky torque. So like burnouts, torque is very important.
Yeah.
Spin those tyres and...
As long as it's happy, I'm happy with any figure.
True. Yeah,
So
a happy
if
engine.
if it's not happy, there's no point running it. It's got to be consistent. There's no point building it if it's not going to be consistent.
True.
So,
That's the truth behind it, right?
yeah, that's right. Like if you want to do X amount of events throughout a year, and you build this nasty thing, and it's not going to last, I don't have money behind me to keep rebuilding motors.
No,
You know what I mean?
that's
So
the thing.
it's consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency is key. What they say.
A lot of these 1,000 horsepower engines, people think that you just build it once.
Yeah.
But it's not the case. Those big 1,000 plus horsepower engines, they're getting pulled down
Yeah, that's right.
at least probably two times.
Yeah,
Probably two
I wouldn't
times
go
a
as
year.
far as saying pull down, like virtually checked over a lot. Because once you start tearing it down again, like the old whispers, you tear it down, you fuck something.
Yeah.
So, but always looked over, always looked after. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
I service this thing every event. Well, that's the plan. Every event.
The cost of oil to a cost of an engine.
Exactly right.
Two different things,
You're
right?
talking $12,000 engine versus $100 worth of oil and filters and plugs.
Nothing. Yeah.
You're virtually better off doing that.
Yeah. So
Play it smart, not dumb.
it's the best motto.
Yeah.
So you're running methanol fuel?
Yeah, methanol, yes.
Methanol.
Yeah.
So it just smells sweet.
Party fuel.
Party fuel.
Yeah. So
Sweet stuff.
sweet stuff. Well, it smells sweet,
Yeah.
but I got advised not to actually run the sweet stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm running it anyway. Yeah, apparently, there's little whispers that it takes the impurity out of it, but you're only talking, 600 mils, 500 mils to 205 litres.
True.
What damage can it do? And it makes it smell nicer.
Right.
Yeah,
If something smells good and it looks good,
No, that's
it's
right.
going to be good, right?
Yeah, because if you stand at the back of this thing, good luck to your nostrils. I found that one at the hard way.
Start crying a little bit.
I was crying. The nose was almost bleeding. There was an ordeal back then, but is what it is.
Fair enough. Well, Ben, what brought you into cars? Like, before, tell us this story. Like, how did cars come about?
It goes back to the old Fast and Furious days, you know what I mean?
The old Fast and Furious, yeah.
Fast and Furious days, mate. Fast and Furious 1 came out when I was 12, I think it was. And it launched into there. We got into the JDM scene. Went to car events. And then I sort of grew up a little bit, manned up, went into the V8s. And you ask me about a JDM now, I'll ring someone else for that advice. Because I'm useless on them now. But that's what got me into cars, honestly, was it's a cliche, Fast and Furious.
Yeah. The first, yeah,
The very
movie.
first one, yeah. And then they went downhill like as they did. But yeah, that's what got me into cars.
Fair enough. And
then, like, as I got into it back then, it was a good culture. Yeah, as a lot of people know, the culture's fucking sort of died off a little bit, but
yeah, this the Queensland car scene, it's good. It's good in the sense that like we have so many car events, like almost every week. And I found out last year that I was struggling to get to so many of these events. I was getting maybe 3 or 4 events per weekend, but there was still another 2 or 3 or 4 on.
Yeah,
so it's good
when you're talking the cruise routes, cruise scene. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Yeah, there's always something on.
The community in the sense of, the way we're showing it, and Queensland making a statement in the amount of cars we have here and the cool cars and the quality of cars too.
No, that's right.
It's definitely got a good
No, that's right. Yeah,
presence.
exactly right, yeah. And I'm not biased. Like, I love anything. You know what I mean? Like, even though I say I got out of the JDM scene, I still love a JDM. You know what I mean?
JDM's cool, man.
There's nothing cooler, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I like it when people mix.
We might have arguments if we start talking Fords, but hey?
He knows. Yeah. I'm sort of similar, like Ford, Holden.
I'm not phased, man. Like, I'll give the Ford shit, but at the end of the day, how can you criticise something that, you know, is proven to make good power?
Yeah.
You know? For, say, 20 grand?
That was on song, brother.
On song, man. On song.
Even the new generation 5-litre Coyotes.
Yeah.
V8, so those things that put a turbo or supercharger on those things.
Old Cletus has fucking proved that one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What did he do? He put a decent sized turbo on that, unopened motor, and ran 9 something, I think.
Yeah.
Unopened. Like, that's good.
They'll go 1,000 horsepower
that's good.
unopened.
Yeah. That's right.
And they sound cranky, and they're reliable too.
Yeah, that's right.
Big motor, fair enough, like in comparison to an LS. Like LS, they're actually small. They don't take up a lot of room.
100%. Like, unless I want to get into cutting up the bay a little bit more, like LS is perfect.
Yeah, no, this engine fits very snug in this car.
It's very, very snug. with those 1 7/8 pipes, she's snug. there was some bashing on them.
Yeah.
But
clearancing.
We'll call it clearancing.
Some spirited clearancing.
Yeah. Some manoeuvring. But
No, fair enough. So, once a JDM boy, what was your first car?
My first car, if we're not going, should have been driving.
Yeah.
Was a Mazda 323.
323.
Yeah. No, 626. Sorry. 626 sedan. Yeah, two-door sedan.
Two-door sedan. Right. So I'm trying to think of it.
Jesus Christ. I could be.
Yeah,
don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it was a 2-litre carbed 5-speed.
Wow.
Yeah. She was a gem, we'll put it that way. She didn't like to run very well, but in saying that, I shouldn't have been driving it. But first car on my license was Hilux 82 Hilux.
82 Hilux.
Yeah.
Old girl. Two-wheel drive?
No, four-wheel drive.
Four-wheel drive.
22R.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then the old slug.
Yeah, the old slug, the 4-speed manual. I used to take that thing forward driving at what's now known as Yarrabilba.
Oh, yeah.
Pine Forest.
The old Pino.
The old Pino. I used to take that forward driving there and doing bunny hops over fucking rocks and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'd go through a motor every month.
Wow.
Yeah. So back then they were $100.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a little bit more now.
The whole car's a little bit more now.
Yeah, well, my parents actually bought that for me and they paid $1,000 and they probably paid 800 too much.
Wow.
Because the thing was riddled with rust.
Wow.
But, you know, Dad tried to fix it, but he doesn't know cars.
But you can only learn if you start trying.
No,
right?
well, that's right. The most memorable part of that, and I laugh to it to this day, was one of the rust spots was in the door jamb. And his way of fixing it was fucking slapping some bog in it and then slamming the door. And I rocked up home after he'd done that. I'm like, yeah, right, okay, cool. We're doing that way.
Put a bit of paint on it and away you go.
I think that's pretty much what he did.
Yeah.
So, and at the time I was working at a body shop, but he got impatient of me fixing it for him.
Yeah.
Because he got sick of me treating it like shit.
Fair.
And and then I ended up giving it to a mate for nothing. Because I blew, I think, the sixth motor.
6 motors.
Sixth motor. And I was like, here you go, mate.
So
you want a car? Here you go, have that.
Yes. So every few weekends it was, let's
Yeah,
go
I
over
think
to Ben's place to go help him swap a motor on his
Yeah, pretty much. I think it was every second weekend, to be honest with you. I think every weekend was a bit of an exaggeration, but
What were you doing to break him?
full drive.
Just,
Yeah, just too hard on them, man. Like I said, I was legit bunny hopping them.
yeah.
You know, I was rock climbing them, and I came to a stuck point, so I just fucking revved that motherfucker and then let that clutch out, and it was literally over the rocks, and I was really surprised.
They're pretty good rigs.
Yeah, no,
They're highlighters, they go well.
no, that's it.
Well, TYREH8R. How'd you come up with that?
I actually didn't. One of my mates did. I pretty much put a post up. I don't think it was a post. I think it was in a group chat. And I was like, man, I'm struggling on names.
Yeah.
Someone think of one. Because I think at the time the best I could come up with was Burnout King.
Burnout King.
That was the best I could come up with. And then the boys started chatting. They're like, oh this.
Yeah.
Then one of the boys said TYREH8R. I'm like, yep, that'll do.
That's a good name.
Yeah, and then I bought the plates, was halfway through the build at the time, and then I think it was 6 months later, I started up a TikTok account for it. So if you want to check that out, TYREH8R.
Check them out.
Out of curiosity, I searched up TYREH8R, and there was another TYREH8R there. I'm like, shit.
Oh, no.
But he had 2 posts out of my 6. I was like, you're done.
There's always going to be a double
I
up
know.
somewhere, right?
I wish I had done my research before I'd done it, because, you know, I like to be a little bit unique with some stuff.
Yeah.
But is what it is.
Yeah.
Shit happens. He can deal with it.
That's
He hasn't said boo. I haven't said boo. So.
Oh, in the coming months, weeks, you're going to put the...
Well, from memory, I haven't actually looked at the account for a while, but from memory, I think he was more of a drag car.
Oh, okay.
I think. Don't quote me on that either.
Drag car.
I'm pretty sure he was, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But
I've got my difference, he's got his difference.
This
Worst
car
case.
is literally going to be hating on tyres.
Oh, yeah. Nah, it is.
The tyres are going to be hating on the car, probably.
Yeah, well, hopefully not too much that it, destroys the rear quarters, but
Well,
if it happens, it happens.
it does.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
Yeah.
I'm just lucky they're sort of tucked in a bit to save it. Plus, I got tyre cutters in the back, so
Ready to go.
ready to go. Got some 5mm plate, shaved out like a knife.
Uh-huh.
So hopefully that helps a little. See how we go.
It's all
I've had mixed emotions about it. People have them, people don't. We'll see how they go.
Yeah, once the year commences and
Yeah,
some frying starts happening,
yeah.
I guess it'll just be sort of like a bit of a R&D as you sort of go, hey.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, like once it's actually on the pad and doing what it's doing, I can actually, look at it a lot more. If this isn't working, all right, I'll fix this.
Yeah.
Because, dyno time's dyno time. It's not pad time.
No, the dyno is just ensuring that your engine's not going to blow up, hey.
Nah, pretty much, and well, that happened.
Come burnout time, we're on, hey. The boys are on.
Yeah. See how brave I get, I'll probably, when I tested out Octane coming up, I probably won't lean on it too much. I'll probably have it safe at like 6,500, 63.
Yeah.
This thing's built for 75-ish, but play it safe, get some testing in, make sure everything's running how it needs to run.
Yeah.
And
then
I
send it on
don't
a
need
little bit.
failures that early in the season again.
No.
Even though what happened was at the last of the season. So, yeah, we'll go from there.
Start the year strong.
Yeah.
Give it a go. Do some
it a go.
times in it and get used to the car. Because that's the thing, hey, like burnouts, people just think, just hold the brake, put your foot on the accelerator and do some loops. But when you got concrete barriers around now.
Yeah, no, there is a little bit of an art to it.
Yeah, letting off.
That's something I still got to get used to because I haven't been on the pad in, Jesus Christ, 10 years.
Wow.
I got more into the no prep and the drag scene. That's why I was building the VL as a street drag car. But kind of canned that idea.
Yeah.
And
burnouts seem fun. Like
honestly, that VL is what got the car out where it sort of is now.
Yeah.
Because I picked that up cheap, and then by the time they were selling for what they were selling during COVID, you know, that's what bought me majority of the parts.
Man, those COVID time
Yeah.
prices, they were so
COVID
good.
tax.
That's the only thing I'd recommend COVID coming back for.
Yeah.
Was the car
Yeah,
prices
well,
when you're good for a seller, bad for a buyer.
Yeah, don't jinx it too early, because it
who
sounds like
knows?
it's coming back apparently.
Oh, who knows with this government, right?
The old bug in China again. Yeah,
There's always bugs in China.
yeah, I know. There's bugs everywhere.
There is bugs everywhere. But no, that's cool, man. It's gonna be exciting. So I plan with that motor show, we'll try and follow this car a little bit upon its first fire up.
Yeah.
We'll come and film the first fire up, because I reckon this thing will sound pretty cranky.
Yep.
I love the sound of burnout cars. I don't know, just the cams that the cam in them.
Yep.
And they just sort of sound good.
Yeah,
especially
that's
a
right,
big old ugly supercharger on them.
Yeah.
They just sound so good. I love
Don't say ugly, mate. Fucking, I put a bit of polish work into that.
it. So
Nah, I'm fucking with you.
the mirror finish looks amazing.
Yeah.
The whole car looks amazing. Like you won't be able to pick it up on camera too well, but the color it's not exactly black.
No. So it is Jesus Christ. It is a candy wine.
Candy wine.
Candy wine over black. So in dark sections like this, it looks black.
Yeah.
But if you put it out in the sunlight, it turns into a more of burgundy.
Sort of like a
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It trips a lot of people out.
A dark.
Yeah. Like, unless you see it with light, it's black.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as I walked in, I definitely thought it was black.
Yeah.
Definitely not black.
Nah. So,
It looks good. It looks.
I wish I had have done the silver base. I was thinking about it. I was in two minds about it, so I'd pop a bit more red.
Yeah.
But I went with the black because I like dark shit. So
It looks. It'll be one car to definitely keep your eyes out on the track.
Yeah.
On the pad.
yeah, it goes without saying too. Like I just remembered this now.
Yeah.
I'm probably one of the only burnout cars that are running rear brakes as well.
Yeah. So under the car. Yeah. You got brakes on it.
Probably talk about that a little bit before you see the photos, but yeah. So I'm running rear brakes just because in the back of my mind I don't want to just rely on fronts. So
Yeah.
I've got mine on a hydraulic handbrake, so I can just lean on a little bit if I'm coming down Queensland QR straight.
And you want to slow it down?
Slow it down, I don't want to be jamming on those fucking front brakes at 200 kilometres an hour.
Yeah. Nah, you'll get them hot, hey?
Exactly right.
So still retains.
Glaze them, I'm in the sandpits.
Yeah, somewhere you don't want to be.
Nah, that's right.
You don't want to be playing with the kitty litter.
Nah, that's right. One of my mates, actually, my brother-in-law, he went into the sandpit one year in Missouri. So all my mates fucking bought him sand buckets and spades and put them onto his car. Little funny, little joke, but
That's the best
I
part.
don't want to be known for that.
Hopefully, TYREH8R lives up to its name. And
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
I think so. It's definitely got the key components, all the good people around it.
It sounds cracky enough to be known for it, so.
I cannot wait to hear it.
Yeah.
I'll definitely make sure we stay on track with this car, and definitely the high octane events. I'm definitely keen on filming one of them. Like,
Yeah, 100%. So majority of the events I can say will be octane. I'll try and get to as much big events as I can. Like I said, Rocky Nuts and Red Centre, I'm already booked in for World Camp. If I can think of another bigger event in between there,
yeah,
I'll jump in on it.
the
We'll see how we go.
guys that are high octane, like it's almost from the social media standpoint of view, it's almost like every weekend or every second weekend.
Yeah, you'd almost think so. Like from where they started off, like I think it started off once a month.
Yeah.
And now where they are out, I think it's every fortnight. I could be wrong, but it seems like every fortnight, they got one on.
They're doing such a good thing for the burnout community.
Oh,
like,
100%.
The whole car community, really. And
Taking it off the streets, man. Like, you still got the odd dickhead.
Oh, it's gonna
And
happen.
it just wrecks it for everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Brings out tougher laws for everyone. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
For $100, go to the fucking track, have some fun.
Yeah.
$100 in tyres, go nuts.
It's even giving me it's giving me vibes to go pick up an AU Falcon and
Yeah. Go for it, man.
give it a bit of a send on the track.
Do it.
Yeah, like burnout. If we were in Australia, everyone loves a good skid, a good burnout.
Oh, that's right. I can always tandem with you, and you know, while you break down on the pad, I'll go around you.
The turbo will be singing on by.
The old, you know, holding first forward thing again.
Yeah, here we go again. But, oh, very cool, man. It's yeah, amazing car.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Thank you.
Like you can see where you put your time and your effort into it,
Yep.
and your passion into the whole car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just to put your passion onto the pad, right?
Yeah, it actually put me right foot down and see how she goes.
Send it.
Send it.
You got to send it.
So,
No, bro.
oh, there's another thing too. I don't know if you noticed. So, my 2-inch carby spacers and my air filter shreds,
Yep.
they're 3D printed.
3D printed.
3D printed. So, as you'll see in the photos probably later on, it's actually got TYREH8R 3D printed into it, plus the manufacturers that I got it through, Roland Industries.
That's cool.
So,
That's cool.
yeah, it seemed a bit different. Like you see a lot of people, they either got bashed in aluminium ones, which is what I originally had, and I didn't like it. Like it just looked like shit. So I got onto one of my mates, and then yeah, he 3D printed one of these.
Custom.
A set of these. So these are actually for sale too, honestly. I can't remember about the filter shrouds, but I'm pretty sure they're for sale as well.
Wow. So yeah,
They've got the files there, so if you want it, go nuts, buy it.
has some custom made shrouds.
Yeah, exactly right.
That's so cool.
The only thing I want to do a little bit different with them is probably put some epoxy in it. So makes TYREH8R and Roland Industries pop a little bit more, but that's about all I got to do to them.
Wow. It looks cool. It's a tall engine. Like,
Yeah.
This thing's huge.
Yeah, well, that's why I went with the 2-inch spacers, just to bring the carbs up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because I wanted it sort of level with the rear vision mirror.
Ah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. The original idea was to get the velocity stackers. So they come up, instead of the 3D printed ones, they come up in about another 4 inches, I think, roughly. So they only go up an extra inch.
I
So
think
they would have been almost roofline. But I got steered away from those because the fuel likes to atomize a little bit too much with the velocity stacks. So I got steered away from them. So, and then I came up with them.
it still looks good.
Yeah, no, they look
Still
mint.
sits proud, sits pretty.
Yeah, and I'm only a short bloke, so I can barely see to the left side of the car as it is.
I don't want to block your vision too much.
Yeah,
Even though in a burnout car, your vision's
it's
blocked
going to be impaired a little.
99% of
with
the time. That's cool, man. Full custom made car.
Yep.
Like, that's a good way to start.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Start fresh. You know your car inside out.
Yeah.
The wiring on this thing. I've tried to film it so that way we can see the wiring in depth a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, we done full back to front engine body loom. Sorry, engine loom was a little bit easy because I'm only running the MSD.
Yeah.
But everything on it is A1. Best of the best. It's pretty much got Formula 1 ray cam on it.
Ooh.
So the car can catch fire and
Yeah.
the wiring will virtually survive. Yeah,
That's
it's got the best of the best.
I wouldn't wish it upon anyone to be able to see that.
No,
But
I don't want to see that either, but
If it happens,
if it happens, I can reuse the loom.
that's a win-win.
So, and my mate had done all the wiring in that. That was Fat Performance. Yeah, Fat Performance and Automotive. Yeah, so.
That's the tongue twister.
Yeah, no, it is, yeah. It's been a while since I've said his business name, so I'm trying to remember it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah, he does really top-notch shit.
No, it looks good. It looks clean, tidy. You can find things where they need to be, and
Yeah.
that's the most important thing. Hey,
Yeah, I can literally unplug this in 30 seconds and have the loom out.
that's awesome.
You know, everything's easy accessed, as hidden as it can be. Yeah,
It's a well thought car.
yeah. Me and him knocked heads a little bit with some things, but you know, that's the art of building cars. You know, I wanted one thing, he wanted the other. Is what it is.
Yeah, that's good, man.
So,
Well,
all right.
I don't know if there's
Got any more questions?
It's pretty straightforward. I think it's going to be a big year for you by the sounds of it.
Yeah. As long as
I cannot wait to see this thing.
the car survives.
Yeah, But
But we won't jinx it.
it definitely sounds like it's got a good recipe behind it.
Yeah, so with any luck, I will have this kicking in the guts sometime this week. So I'll have to give you a buzz then and
Yeah, look at that. This thing's...
throw it on your socials.
Oh, can't wait.
Have a ball with it.
Yeah, we'll push it for sure.
Yeah.
'Cause that's the best thing about social media, is being able to share these sort of cool
That's
builds
right,
and these cars.
And, you know, like, I'm not really the social media guy. You know, I get out to the events, don't get me wrong, I love it. But me, like, I always get, like, nervous doing socials. You know, fuck, is this guy going to hate this? But then in the back of my mind, I'm like, I really don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So...
I know how you feel. It's not easy. It's not easy for anyone.
Nah, that's right. Yeah, but you know,
Well,
I want to get it on the scene. You know, it's something that you have to do. If you want to get on the scene, you got to be on the socials.
We should get him in on it.
Yeah. Cody saying goodbye.
Cody, you want to come say hello?
No, your name's already been said, bro. You look like Cody, man.
If you stand in front of it, you'll see it.
Speak to you soon, guys.
Bro.
See you, brother. There you guys.
Later, man.
All right. So, wait. Anyway, all right. So yeah, it's gonna be cool. We'll definitely be following you around.
Yeah. If I got a random event that pops up that you haven't heard of, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I'm definitely keen.
Yeah,
This year, that
come out,
motor
follow
show's
it.
going to be pushing.
Yeah.
We're going to be chasing so many different sort of events, burnouts. I definitely want to get in on more burnouts.
That's right. Yeah.
Like, yeah, everyone loves a good skid.
Nah. If you don't like a good skid, then you know you got something wrong with you.
yeah, it shouldn't be in Australia. So.
Yeah, well that's the other thing too. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I like the car.
Thank you.
Incredible build, guys. Make sure you check it out. TYREH8R. It's on Instagram there.
Instagram, TikTok.
And,
TikTok's got the build process pretty much from roller, almost roller. I think I might have already started the diff at that point to where it is now.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, be sure to check it out if you're interested on checking out this build. It's a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
I've only just seen it now, and if this is what it looks like now, I'd love to see what it's looked like throughout its process of being built.
Yeah. Man. I'm pretty sure the photos up on the socials of it just rolling in on the trailer, non-roller. So I'm pretty sure it is. If not, I probably should post that one.
Yeah. Looks good, bro.
Yeah. Cheers, my man.
All right, we'll finish up there.
Yep.
Ben, thank you
Cheers,
so
bro.
much. Guys, make sure you click that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the comments, let us know what you think of TYREH8R. And till next time, the motor show. Done deal. Easy.
Cheers, guys.